Hi, yes, I rolled my top up into my other top that's underneath. Because you're going to be able to see what I'm doing, I suppose. Even though this is going to make me a little bit colder. Hello, Matilda! Hi! Guys, you've never seen Matilda. If you've been subscribed to my channel from the start, you've seen many cats. Obviously, all my old videos are basically privatized, except the ones of just Suki and Saki. And anything I've done recently. This is Matilda. Oh, she's gone on the floor now. Hi, darling. This video is about hula hooping. However, come here, you. This is Matilda. She's over 6 months old. Hi. Hello. On about the 8th of March, she'll be 7 months old. So, yeah. Hi. Here we go. Say hi to YouTube. Her full name is Matilda Darlene Luana Wood. Or Liana Luana. You get the idea. I'll put in the description. Hello. I caught her on the 1st of November. So, yes. Hello, Brooke, my beautiful girl. My baby. Beautiful, sweet, cute, oh, precious. She was very sweet to say that she was a feral fin. Yeah. Come on then. Wee. Good girl. Alright, I got to do some stuff now. Okay, so. Hula hooping. Apparently people struggle with it. Which I knew that there was people that could not hula hoop. I'm aware of that. I just didn't realise it was so many that struggled with it. So this is basically a how-to and how it helps my health, improves and benefits it, and this turned out on it. Let's start with how-to. It's hip rotation. This sort of movement. You know, but as you can see, it's not over the top hip rotation. You know, you don't want to be like trying to go over the top insane. I will stand back a bit. As you can see, my legs are like a V shape. When you go to start hula hooping, I will first off by saying how you hula hoop. To start hula hooping, you spin it direction wise, whatever side you're dominant. So say I'm right-handed, so I would put over towards my right side. I'd have my left knee bent in a bit, but my left foot still facing forward. My right foot is slightly facing towards the right, and then you push it like that. I'm going to stand a bit more forward though, so I can do it. So, like this. And then you let go, you start hula hooping. And then, obviously, when you let go and start hula hooping, both your legs will be facing forwards in that V shape. The V shape helps to keep it up. If you need your legs a bit wider, you can do, if that helps. I find that if I'm tired or struggling, or if I'm finding it hard to keep it up, having your legs slightly further apart helps. Obviously, I can basically do like that, but that requires more hip rotation. So if you're struggling, start with your legs a little bit wider, and it helps. Okay, so as you can see, once you get started, it's just keeping it going. If it starts to get a little bit low, like you're starting to go down, you want to try save it. See if I can. If it starts to go down, that's when you see it starts to down a bit. You push it back up by doing a wider hip rotation. Okay, so hula hooping is a form of cardio. So some people may run, you may decide to hula hoop. if it's terrible weather outside and you've got a big enough room in your house where you can hula hoop without whacking anything, you can do it inside, like I am. Right, I'm going to let my top be down now because I think you guys can see what I'm doing well enough. Yeah. Matilda's gone back over there. She likes my father's chair. So I have a condition called fibromyalgia, which causes pain, fatigue, brain fog, and brain issues. It causes stuff. It's a very... it's not a nice condition, and I will have it for the rest of my life. It is not curable, it is manageable. And something I can struggle with is endurance. Like the amount of time I have in a day where I have energy, where I can physically do something. And about a month ago, ran into it. I really wanted to like try and build it up. And in the end I started hula hooping again. After having a bit of a break in November. But I started again and I thought, really committed, and I want to build up my endurance, which I am. I started doing 30 minutes. So this, guys, will help you. How do you build up to do longer periods of hula hooping? I started doing like half an hour or 50 minutes or half an hour in one go, and then like an hour, where I did to like 30 minutes, so I managed to do an hour in one go. Sometimes I would do multiple 30 minutes or 15 minutes, or throughout the day. So then I'd done more than an hour, but in one go I only did a certain amount of time. Then I increased it to doing a full hour in one go, and sometimes I did that 2 or even 3 times in a day. But generally like twice, or I did like an hour and then later I did half an hour. So I was still doing longer. Then at one point I did 65 minutes, and then I did another 65 minutes in a day. And then after a couple of days or so, I did the 65 minutes, but then I decided I want to do 2 more 65 minutes. But instead of doing the second 2 65 minutes separately, as I was approaching the end of the second one, I was thinking, if I stop, I will not come back out and doing it, and will not improve or progress. I could tell. So what I did was I continued on without stopping and did 2 hours and 10 minutes in one go. And that's why I decided that's a good way of doing it. So obviously that day I did 3 hours and 15 minutes total of hula hooping, which was the longest I'd done in one day of hula hooping. But I said, wow, okay, well the next day I won't do 2 hours and 10 minutes, but I will try get to like an hour 45, 2 hours. And that's how I paced myself. That's how I built up endurance. That's how I can do more. So if you start at, obviously not everyone can do, if you're only a beginner, say you do 10 minutes. We'll say you start out doing 10 minutes. Whether you do that 10 minutes multiple times a day or not, but we're talking about how long you do in one go. So say you do 10 minutes, save a good son, that's like a few minutes long, that's doing that twice. If you need that motivation to keep going, once that song's ended, you've only got one more to go, what have you, or however many times. And you do about 10 minutes, 2-3 days, when it feels like it's easy, it's not difficult, it's just normal and natural, like I'm doing it. And then when you got used to it, the day after, instead of doing like 15 or 20 minutes, depending if you had it on 10s or 5s, you increase that. Well, say if you was going to do 15, instead you do 20, and that feel tiring. Or you go until you feel like proper tired. Maybe you'll even manage half an hour, but then it feels like you feel exhausted, you feel done. The next day, you'll then basically go halfway between the 10 minutes and however long you did. So say, after 10 minutes you did half an hour you managed to do half an hour, very hard, but you did it. The next day you would do 20 minutes. And that would feel easy compared to the half an hour you did the day before, but, you know, it's an increase on doing the 10 minutes. You can see my point? So if, say, you struggle, you manage 20 minutes, after the 10 minutes, you'd go and do 15 the day after. You see? And then you stick to that mid-level you've got yourself to for a few days, and you really increase it. And in the end, you'll get yourself to a nice... Well, for me, I can do an hour with no issue. I think an hour is a good thing to do. Some people can do less. You can do it. Basically, nowadays I can do less, but I'm capable of doing more. That's where you want to be. Say you could physically do 2 or 3 hours in one go. I haven't done that in one go in ages. I try not to. That's not very good to do. But say you physically could. And so then you can easily do an hour and a half. If you want that cardio, that workout, it's good for your hips. To be honest, this with being a bit more careful what I eat and, you know, just keeping at it, apart from having more energy and build up endurance, I'm actually in less pain, which may be surprising to some people. I'm always in pain, but beforehand my base level had gotten down to a 4, which is actually very good. This is out of 10. Nowadays, 1, 2. On a good day, obviously. Doing stuff makes it worse, but it is, whether if it goes back down to its base level after a short period of rest from doing that strenuous thing that made it increase a bit, or not, you know. Today, 1.5, my pain out of 10. That's just being careful what I eat and continuing my hula-hooping. Now sure, it does get a bit achy in my legs, and I can get muscle stiffness, especially in my knees and ankles when I do longer periods of time of hula-hooping, but it's benefited me a lot more than negatively affected me. I wouldn't say I've actually had any proper negative effects from it. Obviously, there'll be days where you're just like, I do not want to hula hoop. And if you don't necessarily need to, if you're just trying to learn how to hula hoop, that's fine. However, if it's getting annoying and frustrating because you're struggling with doing it, you know, it's not coming to you straight away, that's when you can't say, oh, I can't be bothered to hula hoop, if you actually want to learn how to, because otherwise you'll never learn. You need to want to do it, and you need to give yourself that determination drive, a bit of a push, a bit of a, no, I can do this, or once I've done this one, I can have a break. And when you get to that point, try out on an extra 1 to 5 minutes. I sometimes do that, because then afterwards you're like, wow, I did that, and I also did this extra little bit, and it'll make you feel really good about yourself. So it's good for dopamine, and then you'll want to do it more often. So yeah. Anything else I need to explain? Also, you can feel hooping really easily. It's good for your core and muscles. Also, it's good for health. Explained how to do it. Explained the hip rotation. You can see the hip rotation. You've seen Matilda. And I think that's about it, guys. I will show you what it's like to do it the wrong way around, but I'll make sure you've got basics. So when you start, you're going from your dominant side to your non-dominant side. So I'm right-handed, so I would spin it anti-clockwise from right going towards the left. If I tried to do it, that's how I stop it. If you don't, just drop on the floor and clatter. Basically, I cannot do it the other way around. I start as much as I can do. Whoops. It just doesn't work. Because obviously I'm right-sided, that's my dominant side. I do also have one leg that's slightly longer than the other, so my hips are completely symmetrical. I think my right hip is slightly taller, slightly higher than my left one. So maybe that's also why. So yeah, I hope that was helpful. I will be posting more on the channel. This is my first proper video on it. I don't think you're able to comment on my channel, I do apologise. Unfortunately, I cannot change the settings in the studio because when I go onto YouTube Studios, it goes onto my other Gmail account, and that's different to the one I've got for my YouTube channel, so I do apologise. If you would like to message or comment, I have an Instagram that is at philippawood2020 where I post more regularly. I will not only be posting content like this, I will also do stuff obviously on cats, on my cats, you know. I love my cats and I love to show cats, so, you know, I will probably also talk about stuff like my conditions and how I deal with them, how I manage them, and, you know, from personal experience, give advice. Obviously, the fact that it'll be personal, you know, so it won't be necessarily accurate for everyone. I am also part of the YouTube channel Blown 8 Cylinder, which is my father's channel, and that is the main channel. So if you like exploring history, especially like World War II sort of stuff, and railway stuff. We've also done explores on power stations, specifically Edinburgh Power Station. And I suggest you go check out the channel. My father is also a mechanic, so he does do weekly videos on what he does at the workshop. Also, currently part of restoration project for RAF's Nathan Museum, which is an up-and-coming museum that is currently having loads of lovely people volunteering their help to help make it happen. And you get to see the progress on the YouTube videos, and loads of people are volunteering, and some people have even given donations. It's very kind of them. Also, I'm not telling people to donate or anything, but if you want to go check out the channel, you can see stuff on the museum and, you know, see how that's going, and you can obviously see all the other stuff. The channel is over 2,000 subscribers, and yeah, if you'd like to, you know, hop on there and, you know, show your support and subscribe to that channel, I'd be most grateful. If you like what I'm doing and what I might do, please like and possibly subscribe to this channel too. It's been very inactive for a long time, I know. Anyway, yes, YouTube channels I watch right now and I'm subscribed to is ALW Research Team. Basically I'm subscribed to a lot of exploring sort of YouTubers. So Andy, if you like gaming, like Minecraft and Roblox and all that, then there's ThomassGamingAdventures. Andy's from ALW Research Team's son. I think it's very amazing what he's doing at such a young age. So go show your support over there. If you like gaming, I also watch Hell on Earth. They have some awesome merch as well. There's IKS Exploration. So if you really like your history and stuff, I would say IKS Exploration. If you like, you know, the exploring stuff, but you also like a bit, if you like old Top Gear sort of vibes, that's Hell on Earth for you, because they have that vibe going on. Also, they recently did a car sort of challenge. It was absolutely amazing, and it'd be so amazing if people could let old Top Gear know, like during class and all that, because it was amazing. And yeah, I think that's about it. I don't think there's much else to say. There's bearded Bodger. He's the one who suggested I make this a video. He is a fairly newer YouTuber, so it's a growing channel, so I suggest you go check him out. He's also helping a lot with the museum project. He's a very amazing, dedicated man, and I know he's going to get really good things to happen in his future, I can assure you. Yeah. So, I'm on Instagram. My father's on Instagram. My father's YouTube channel, which I'm part of, is Andy's channel. There's Thomas's channel, there's Hill Nerve's channel, there's IKS's channel, there's Bodger channel. Go check them all out if you wish. Obviously, not everyone's going to be the same things, and that's fine. If you've come on here from my father's channel, hi. If that's going to happen, I'm not sure. Hi. I know. I'm actually a person that does things. Because if you're from Dad's the one that's on the channel, then you only see me in Explores or on our outings to museums. Well, I'm very different. Oh, I'm still me. Yes, I do speak English. I know it's not always easy to understand what I'm saying. And loads of people love my hair, so I guess on occasion I'll have to have my hair down, you know, or walk in the wind or something. Anyway, let's see what this channel becomes. Obviously, I'm not going to do purely one thing, there'll be variation. General life stuff. If there's any questions and you cannot comment on this channel, which I don't think you can, either message me on or DM me on Instagram. I'm on Facebook, that's Louise Drake, alias name because I had it since I was 6 years old for the games. Don't worry, I wasn't like chatting to people. I won't be giving my email address out this time. But yeah, I suggest Instagram if you wish to ask any questions or if you have any like suggestions or what have you. Anyway, I better get doing some other stuff. Includes having a bath, washing up some dishes, cleaning the kitchen a bit. Well, there's stuff that needs to get binned or put into utility room, and speaking of the utility room, I think it needs sorting out a bit. I put stuff in there but not put it in properly. Oh well. Anyway, I hope this video was helpful and you enjoyed it. If you are thinking of hula hooping, I recommend this. If you want to like help get fit or lose weight with hula hooping, but you cannot hula hoop and it's too hard, you can always get a weighted hula hoop of Amazon. Well, this is also a weighted hula hoop, but there's like smaller ones with a sort of ball and strength on it. By the looks of what it was saying, you don't actually need to be able to hula hoop to be able to do it. So just type in weighted hula hoop and you'll see what I mean. They're like smaller around the waist with a sort of stringy ball thing attached. Yeah, if you want a proper hula hoop, I do recommend this. I like it. You will get some bruising. Keep going at it. It will get better. But to start with, you can always wear more layers to help. But don't just stop because you start bruising, because that actually makes it worse. Because then you'll bruise all the time more often. If you're like me, I don't bruise anymore because I've already gotten used to it and adjusted to it. It might take a while. Some people more, sometimes less. I bruise easily, so it took well over a month for me to stop bruising, but I kept at it and I do it every day. Hope that helps. See you later, everyone. See ya!